We know when Gen Z happened, the demonstrations against Finance Bill 2024 in June 2024. First of all, I asked very many people, and the privilege I have is that you cannot hoodwink me. I think, as someone said in this room, the late John Mijuki and myself are probably the most consequential ministers of security in independent Kenya.
Guys, this is the most informative video you will watch today. Matiangi is out today. The 2027 presidential candidate is out, and he's speaking against how the president missed the point. Last year, 2024, he never involved the parliament in order to listen from Gen Z and understand what Gen Z's problem was and solve the problem that Kenyans need to be solved. And of course, in the same video, there's a young man saying that we need a fresh candidate for presidency so that we can hold all these past leaders into account. The lands they have taken, the properties of Kenya, the mismanagement of resources, so that they can be held into account. What is your opinion? Guys, make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and make sure you leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you're thinking.
I know our capacity and I know what we will do. How was our parliament overrun in broad daylight, and parliament is 2 kilometers from State House? So, and then MPs were scampering for life. What is shocking to me to this day, honestly speaking, and you Kenyans, I mean, this is something you should ask yourself questions and answer. No one has asked the question, what actually happened and why? Because in ordinary circumstances, we should have had an all-parties parliamentary inquiry, where all parties come together, have a parliamentary inquiry. In fact, if I was president that time, I would have worked with the leader of majority and worked with the speaker to have an all-parties parliamentary inquiry. Why? It would have given me an opportunity as president to listen to the Gen Z and to have an opportunity for them to ventilate so that I understand what is actually going on, have the parents come there, and it would have given us an opportunity as a country to do deep dive and soul searching on what we had not done that caused Gen Z to get to that point. So, we did not do it because viongozi wa kitaifa think they know everything. Then 25th June came, 2025. We lost more lives. Then Sabasaba came. We lost more lives. And my brothers and sisters, we cannot continue that way.
Watu wamefilisika, biashara zimeharibika, watu Nyamakema vitu yao ilichomwa na Matiangi, alafu naambia rais achukue kiboko, aende akanyoroshe watu ya Nyamakema, watu tayari walinyoroshwa na Matiangi, wamefilisika, hawana chakula. Ukienda hapa Kariobangi, watu walinyoroshwa na Matiangi wakati ya corona, wakafukuzwa na kulikuwa na mvua, alafu namwambia rais achukue kiboko, aende anyoroshe hiyo watu. Ukiendelea wafanyabiashara kutoka hapa Nairobi, kutoka mkoa wa kati wa Mount Kenya, wamefilisika, mali yao imeuzwa, imepigiwa kengele.
Kenya needs a person that has not been in the system. That's what I can say. A person that has never been in the system, he has nothing to protect, or she has nothing to protect. He or she has nothing to lose. Because if you find a person that can call black and white, that's what Kenya needs. A person that can come and recall the offshore accounts. How much money is hidden in the offshore accounts? Is it not this former president? A person that can even arrest the former presidents, arrest them. And not just to arrest them, what belongs to Kenya. This amount of land you have, where did you get it from? This amount of money you have, the salary of...
That is not how we are supposed to live. And in all that, you can see irresponsibility, dereliction of duty, recklessness. And it's best demonstrated by the language you have heard leaders use and the sentiments that you hear leaders using. I was shocked in this day and age, 63 years after independence, there's somebody who talks about tribes. Where do you live? I mean, those things, nobody talks about those things anymore. I asked some friends last night where we were having dinner, which one of us goes to hospital in Kenya and you are sick, you are very, very sick, you are shivering in your car, But then you ask people, please check on the list, what's the tribal background of the doctor on duty before I go in. Because you just get in, you are treated, and sometimes you don't even know the ethnic background of the fellow who's treating you. Bora tu you are treated, you go away. Why should it matter? When you walk to a bank, for example, in Kenya, you go to Equity or a family bank, you want services, you go to the teller. Do you first of all ask, by the way, where do you come from? Before you ask, it's transactional. You just fill out your papers or you discuss your loan and you go away. It doesn't matter anywhere else. Why should it matter when it comes to making decisions on the leadership of the country? It's because some of us, tuko na shida fulani, sijui ni ya kurogwa ya huko nyuma, which we should never, ever, ever as a country accept. And that's why the young people in this audience who are listening to me, Gen Z is an opportunity to step into the third wave or the third generation of leadership in Kenya, modern Kenya. This is what is going to give us. This thinking and this approach is what gives us a modern country. A country where the content of your character matters more than your surname. You know, the values you hold, the delivery of services is more important than your surname. Because all those primitive things where your surname is supposed to lead you somewhere, so that if your name is Omolo, then I make a decision whether or not you should pass through this gate. That time is gone. And Kenyans, let us not only resist, let us reject that kind of attitude. So, I'll speak about this until the cows come home, but this is my vision. That one, we can put up, and I can promise, we can put up a credible government that can be trusted, that will ensure the stability of the country, that is reliable, that will hurt the image of our country. When I have another time, I will tell you about some of these challenges that we had, even when I was Minister for Security, when some of our neighbors were trying those kinds of things, and we told them, we will not solve your problems. Your problems will be solved there. Don't drag us into your quarrels. Everyone is free to come to Kenya and have fun, as long as they don't break our laws. If you break our laws, that's a different story. But if you're just coming to do business in Nairobi, have a girlfriend in Nairobi, do whatever, you are free. Do business here, put up a whatever, that's fine. That's what our country is supposed to be. Because we want to be honorable and respectable members of the international community.
This person is 1.4 million. How did your account get 200, 500 billion? Of course, you're the president, you can say people give you money. Really? It's so much corruption. Kenya needs a leader that can look into the health departments and minimize any form, digitalize platforms of payment, and allow the controller of budget to look at all the money that leaves, centralize all the money, government money to one account. Remove, whether it's county, one account. So when the audits are done, you see that this money went there. Are you aware, my brother, if the leader wants to know money is stolen, he can know. He has all the security measures. These leaders don't want to know. How can cows be stolen in platforms, those banditory areas? Cows are missing, 100 cows, 200 cows. Are you telling me we don't have the technology to know where those cows are going? Because most of these leaders are partnering with those people. Before you know, those cows are into the market. How do those things happen? But because you have been given something. For example, let me tell you something, and sorry for saying much.
It's okay.
Let's say I've come into power. Already, companies pledge allegiance to you. That's what people don't know. In order for goodwill, so that they can be allowed to run. So you find a company has come, I'm the president, the company has brought me this, the company. If you take that money and that company does anything wrong, including not paying of taxes, including mistreating, mistreating staff, or just being involved in dark businesses, and you have been given $1 billion as goodwill, will you speak about it? You can't speak about it because your mouth has already been
muzzled.
That's what we are saying. In order for Kenya to change, I don't even see any of these leaders campaigning. I'm not seeing anyone. I saw yesterday, according to them, 17 million youths between 35 and that's what they're saying. Me, I have different figures. It's around 20-something million. But they were saying the people that are eligible to vote by 2027, between 35 and 18, they are 14 million. Now, the votes of Kenya, both opposition and government, as per 2022, they were coming to 15 million, right? So it means Gen Zs alone, young people, millennials and Gen Zs, we can decide who will come into power. My advice is not, there is no one I'm seeing here. Everyone has a dirty record. Completely dirty record.
All of them?
All of them. So even if I bring you up, they are not young. They will never understand the problems of the young people. Already they have money. So what are you telling them? I saw the other day Matakarua giving an example of how we can remove the president out of office. And sometimes it's good to be educated. You don't need to go to school to be educated. There are so many platforms now where you can get education, social media. I mean, think about such platforms. Karua says that in order for us, we need to cripple the economy. Let's not go to work for 1 week. Now, the person that's telling you that has money in the account. If anything would happen in Kenya, her and her children and her, she has the ability to ride, to fly. You that saying cripple the economy, which other Kenya do you have? Do you even have a passport? Do you have a passport? Have you ever, do you even know how Harambee House looks like? You don't even have an ID. Your ID was lost and you've never recovered it. And you are listening to a person telling you, cripple an economy to punish one person. You don't cripple an economy. There are better ways to look at it. My advice right now, dialogue is not one of them. The days of dialogue finished. Dialogue with the constitution. Stop abducting people. Anything plus death, remember,
it's death.
Anything plus death is death. So even if the flag goes down, right, and people are dying, we will hype the death of people over flag.